Right, so this is us on our way up to High Street. We've just come from Troutbeck village. A slight miss, well, I didn't bother looking at the map at all actually, because I thought I knew where I was going, but actually the bridleway was on the other side of the river and I went along the farm track, which is where I'd walked when I've been up Troutbeck Tongue before, so I thought I knew where I was going, but I obviously didn't. Should have had a look. The farmer very nicely pointed out that the bridleway was on the other side of the river. Not really a problem, and he was very pleasant about it. So this is our route in front of us, up to High Street. We'll go along High Street down to Pooley Bridge, and then I'll spin up to the start of the coach road and probably go on the coach road back home to Keswick. But if I'm knackered, I might just go back on the road, depends how I feel at that point. Today's the start of the corona lockdown, so probably, depending on how it pans out, I don't know what restrictions they're going to place on how far you can go for your home for your daily exercise, but it might be the last big ride I get in for a while. I've been wanting to do this ride for quite a while really, just to tick the box really. I mean, it's a big grassy lump really, so I don't think it's going to be terribly exciting, but I think it's going to be a bit of an epic. And I thought if you're going to do it, you may as well do the whole thing. And that's why we started here down at Troutbeck and do the whole ridge, rather than cutting up part way along and doing part of it. I'm on my fat bike today, so it's hard going. Well, it's not hard going, but I think it'll pay dividends when we get onto the soft stuff, because we've had such a wet winter that I think it'll be quite boggy up there. So we've probably got a fairly big climb in front of us. I don't know how spinnable it'll be on my fat bike, so I can't use spinning out as an excuse for getting off and walking. I can just use running out of lung capacity today. Well, we're slowly making our way up. That's the valley we've just come down there, Troutbeck Tongue, and this is turning into a bit of a steep one. I think it eases off when I get just up this section here. Definitely not pedalling up here, definitely a push. Right, that's just us hitting High Street now. That was a big long shot. This is Fallen Point Crag here, and I think that's Park Fell back there that we've just come up. This is the Kentmere Valley down here, so I suppose that's Kentmere Reservoir. And we're going to push on. We're going to take the right hand and just cut the corner here, which is a Roman road apparently, but I don't know what the Romans will be doing all the way up here. I think they're fucking mad. I mean, would you really want to climb up that in sandals? Probably not. Right, this is us at I think this is Racecourse Hill it's called, and that is Hayeswater Reservoir down there if you can see it. And then we've got the Knot over there, and Ramsgill Head. Looking at my phone trying to remember the names of them. I'm just going to stop for a bite to eat now, get a bit of lunch. On the fat bike today, it's it's I don't know if it's the best weapon for today, but I mean it's fairly grassy and a bit boggy in places, so it seems to be doing all right. It's hard work pushing it up that bloody hill though. Oh, it's a very pleasant little lunch stop. First little descent of the day. We've got a little bit of a climb. This is probably where I wish I had some suspension. I was thinking it's all grassy, soft, boggy. But actually it's quite rocky and quite bumpy. It's brilliant having to drop a seat post again on this thing. I haven't had one on for a while because the old KS one broke, and it had a few problems with it. It was just a cheap one, mind you. This is the one I put on, is just a cheap one, but it hasn't really the KS one didn't really last very long. So I suppose the sort of riding I do in the winter, which is when I use this bike most, it probably did alright. It probably needed a bit more servicing, but actually it got seized into the tube and I couldn't get it out, and I actually ended up snapping the collar on the top of it trying to get the bloody thing out in the end, so that was the end of that. So you'll pick your way down on the fat bike on this one, on either of my Yetis. You just fly down here. Got you on that new Enduro SP150 I've got. It's a bike that wants to go fast. This is a bike that wants to just chug along and bounce over things. That's high raise done. Bit more hiker bike up there. A bit of a descent coming up. It's actually remarkably dry up here when you consider all the rain we've had. I've only had a few days really of dryness, but it's dried out lovely. Quite surprised. Certainly so far I would say that I could have done this quite comfortably on my Yeti. Not quite sure which side of the wall to go on, but I'll stick to this side here. So just get off the bike. Might be because this is boggy, which it is. This is where the fat bike comes into its own on this soft ground, because you can hear the water underneath the wheels. And I mean, you'll be able to spin this on my other bikes, but it makes it a lot harder work. Oh, men at work. probably can't see this, but there's a herd of deer just running across in front of me there. They probably look like dots to you, but they're not that far away. There's a tail end Charlie. Got the place to themselves these days. So far today I've met one person, one bloke and his son just having their packed lunch back there, and I saw 2 people behind me a long way off, but that's all. That's all today, which is not many for a sunny day in the Lake District. I must admit this ride's a bit, it's just like this grassy, the fat bike was definitely the right choice. I know earlier when I was saying I could have done it with this last section, it's been just like bits of bog and soft grass. I think if we had a few weeks of dry spell, it'll be fine on your normal bike. I mean, it'll be doable on your normal bike anyway, but it's just hard work. I think this is Load Pod Hill mud. So we'll start our descent down the other side. I think there's quite a long descent going down. Fun. I've been on this part of the lake. Well, I have been to this part of the lake. Sure, I've never been on this bridleway before. This is a first for me. I've done all these Wainwright rounds here, but I didn't come up this way. So this is something new for me. I must admit, I don't think I'll be coming back in a hurry. Rocky type man than this grassy sort of boggy type stuff. It's not bad, actually. In the summer when it was dry, I think actually it probably would be quite pleasant. This bit here is certainly very pleasant. I think if you're going to do a come to the Lake District and do a ridge though, I think the Helen Ridge is a better bet. I mean, it has its grassy boggy bits on it as well, but it's got some really quite nice descents on, depending on which way you do it. I might be being a bit unfair to this ride. Actually, this is quite a nice little bit of descent, especially on the fat bike, which is not really Not really a downhill beast. It's more at home plodding through bogs and mud. Here we go. This little section, I assume this is where we bugger off down to Pooley Bridge. Good stuff. It's just coming into Pooley Bridge. Bit of a ghost town at the looks of it. This is open as usual, I don't think so. I think there's a footbridge so I can get over that hopefully. So